Who are the philosophers that shaped the world as we know it today? Philosophy, a field that seeks to understand the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence, has been the bedrock of human thought and societal development. Its pioneers have bestowed us with profound insights, challenging us to question, to reason, and to grow. Their influence transcends time, their wisdom, a beacon that continues to illuminate our path forward. Join us as we count down the top 10 most influential philosophers in history. Starting our countdown at number 10, we have Confucius. Born in the 5th century BC in what is now known as China, Confucius was more than just a philosopher. He was a teacher, an editor, a politician, and a counselor. His teachings, captured in the Analects, emphasized personal and governmental morality, correctness of social relationships, justice, and sincerity. His ideas, collectively known as Confucianism, have deeply influenced Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and Vietnamese thought and life. His philosophy wasn't just about personal ethics, it was about creating a just society. This philosophy has been the backbone of education in East Asia for centuries. Confucius believed in the perfectibility of all men, and held that self-cultivation was the path toward moral excellence. His ideas about respect for one's elders, ancestors, and traditional rituals have shaped familial and social relationships in East Asia. Confucius's teachings continue to impact Eastern philosophy and beyond. At number 9, we encounter Jean-Jacques Rousseau, a philosopher whose ideas sparked a revolution, both in thought and in action. Born in Geneva, Rousseau was a central figure in the Enlightenment era, a period of intense questioning and reimagining of societal norms. Rousseau's ideas on democracy were radical for his time. He argued that authority lies with the people, and they are the source of all law. This was a groundbreaking notion that laid the foundation for modern democratic thought. But Rousseau didn't stop at politics. His theories on education, as outlined in his book Emile, emphasized the importance of experience and discovery in learning. He believed that children should be allowed to explore their world and learn from it, a philosophy that continues to influence educational practices today. Rousseau's writings on the social contract, democracy, and education have had far-reaching effects, shaping the minds of revolutionary thinkers like Robespierre and influencing the course of political philosophy. Rousseau's ideas continue to shape our understanding of democracy and education. In 8th place, we find Karl Marx, a philosopher whose influence has been felt around the world. Marx was a man of many hats: philosopher, economist, historian, sociologist, political theorist, journalist, and socialist revolutionary. His theories, such as historical materialism, posited that society evolves through a process of class struggle, where the oppressed rise against their oppressors. This struggle, according to Marx, is the driving force of societal change. His groundbreaking work, The Communist Manifesto, co-authored with Friedrich Engels, remains one of the most influential political texts in history. Its call for the proletariat to rise against the bourgeois resonated with millions, sparking revolutions and shaping the political landscape of the 19th and 20th centuries. Marx's ideas continue to be the subject of academic study, discussion, and debate. Whether viewed as a champion of the working class or a harbinger of divisive ideology, one thing is clear: Marx's theories ignited revolutions and continue to influence social change. Securing the 7th spot is John Locke, a beacon of light during the Enlightenment era. He was a philosopher who dared to question the status quo, and his ideas have left a lasting imprint on the sands of time. Locke's theories on natural rights, the belief that individuals are born with basic rights that should not be violated, became the bedrock that democratic societies are built upon. Not stopping there, Locke further delved into the concept of the social contract. He proposed that governments are only legitimate if they have the consent of the people they govern. This was a revolutionary idea that challenged the divine right of kings and instead placed power in the hands of the people. Locke's ideas were not just radical for his time, but they continue to reverberate through the centuries, shaping the democratic principles we hold dear today. Locke's ideas continue to shape our understanding of natural rights and the social contract. Moving into the top half of our list, we find Friedrich Nietzsche, a philosopher who left an indelible mark on the world with his critiques of morality and religion. Nietzsche's work was a profound exploration of the human condition. His ideas, bold and often controversial, paved the way for existentialism and postmodern thought. Nietzsche dared to question the societal norms of his time, challenging accepted notions of good and evil, truth and fiction. He introduced the concept of the Übermensch or Superman, a figure who, Nietzsche believed, could rise above the constraints of common morality to achieve greatness. Nietzsche's philosophy is a call to embrace life with all its uncertainty, to question the unquestioned, and to strive for individual fulfillment. His influence can be seen in the works of many 20th century philosophers and writers. Challenging, provocative, and deeply insightful, Nietzsche's ideas continue to challenge conventional thinking. At number 5 we find René Descartes, a man whose contributions have deeply etched themselves into the fabric of philosophical thought. Known as the father of modern philosophy, Descartes pushed the boundaries of understanding through his unwavering emphasis on reason. He firmly believed that clear and distinct ideas are the foundation of true knowledge, a conviction that led him to his famous assertion, cogito, ergo sum, or I think therefore I am. Descartes also introduced Cartesian dualism, a theory that distinguishes the mind from the body. The mind, according to Descartes, is a non-physical and unextended substance, distinct from the physical extended substance that is the body. This concept sparked a revolution in philosophical thought, challenging the prevailing notions of the time and paving the way for modern philosophical discourse. In the realm of philosophy, Descartes' ideas continue to shape modern philosophical discourse, reminding us that the power of thought can transcend the confines of tangible existence. In 4th place we have Immanuel Kant, a luminary of the Enlightenment era. Kant's works are renowned for their profound impact on a myriad of philosophical disciplines. His magnum opus, the Critique of Pure Reason, ushered in a revolutionary approach to epistemology, challenging the limits of human knowledge and understanding. The groundwork of the Metaphysics of Morals is another seminal work, where Kant delves into the realm of ethics. Here, he posits the categorical imperative, a principle suggesting that morality isn't contingent on personal desires, but on a universal law of ethics. In the sphere of metaphysics, Kant's ideas continue to resonate. He presented the notion of things in themselves, arguing that while we can perceive phenomena, the noumena or the things as they are in themselves, elude our comprehension. Kant's philosophical contributions are not just historical artifacts, they continue to shape thought and discussion in modern philosophy. His works stand as a testament to the enduring power of critical thinking and intellectual exploration. Claiming the 3rd spot is Aristotle, a true polymath whose intellect and wisdom were nothing short of remarkable. This student of Plato and teacher of Alexander the Great had a mind that roved across disciplines, leaving an indelible mark on each. In ethics, he gave us the concept of virtue ethics, emphasizing the importance of moral character. In metaphysics, he explored the nature of reality and the principles of being. In logic, Aristotle developed the syllogism, a form of reasoning that remains a cornerstone of logical discourse. Even in the natural sciences, his observations in biology were ahead of their time, but perhaps his greatest contribution lies in his politics, where he advocated for a balanced constitution, a concept that would later inspire the founding fathers of America. His works, teeming with profound insights, laid the foundation for many branches of Western philosophy. Aristotle's works remain influential to this day. In the runner-up position we have Plato, a disciple of Socrates, and the founding father of the Academy in Athens. Plato's revolutionary approach to philosophy was largely through dialogues, engaging conversations that delved into an array of philosophical topics. From the concept of forms, which proposed that non-physical but substantial forms, or ideas, represent the most accurate reality, to the exploration of ethics and politics, Plato's dialogues left no stone unturned. His work, The Republic, continues to be a cornerstone in political philosophy, advocating for a just society governed by philosopher kings. Plato's influence wasn't just limited to his era, but his philosophical musings have shaped the intellectual landscape for centuries. His dialogues served as a conduit for Socratic thought, preserved the teachings of his mentor, Socrates, and influenced his student, Aristotle. The ripple effect of Plato's work continues to permeate through centuries of philosophical thought. Plato's dialogues continue to shape the intellectual landscape. And finally, claiming the top spot on our list is Socrates, the luminary who is often hailed as the father of Western philosophy. Socrates never wrote anything himself. We know him through the accounts of others, particularly his student Plato. His primary contribution to philosophy is the Socratic method, a form of cooperative, argumentative dialogue between individuals. This method, based on asking and answering questions, stimulates critical thinking and illuminates ideas. This technique is not just a cornerstone of philosophical inquiry, but also an essential tool in modern education. Socrates' philosophy was grounded in the pursuit of virtue and knowledge. He believed that the unexamined life is not worth living, emphasizing the importance of questioning and self-reflection. He was a relentless inquirer, always challenging the status quo and pushing the boundaries of thought. Socrates laid the groundwork for philosophical inquiry and continues to influence philosophical traditions. This is why he holds the top spot as the most influential philosopher in history. So, there you have it, our top 10 philosophers who've indelibly shaped human thought. From Confucius's principles of social harmony to Socrates' emphasis on critical thinking, these intellectual giants have forged the path for philosophical discourse. Their profound insights into morality, society, politics, and existence itself continue to reverberate through the ages. These philosophers shaped the world and continue to influence our thought and understanding. Thanks for joining us on this philosophical journey.